Don't blink, because these infrequent pictures of Meg Hillier have subtle force in fleeting moments. If you stay through the end, you'll see a last picture that will forever alter your perception of her. After a long day, the first frame is like a deep breath, with a coat over one arm and documents in the other. She stands in a plain community hall with folding chairs and a soft hum from the lights, grinning at someone who is barely visible, as though to say, "I'm here. Let's talk." In another picture, she is seated at a big table with notepads, mugs, and a biscuit tin that is constantly being handed around as individuals talk about their problems. Instead of recline, she leans in, pen at the ready, gaze steadfast, listening as if every word were a thread she would carefully hold. She makes a brief note in the margin of a letter in a quiet corner shot. It's just a single line that says follow up, and you know that one line is a promise to someone who requested for assistance. She wanders between stores in an unguarded street photo in gentle gray light, pausing to say hello to a father with a stroller, a baker, and a driver. She nods in a way that conveys that her day is important. You can feel the air lift as a gap between public and private life narrows a bit when you see a picture of her standing with one hand on the rail and speaking to a nervous youngster who laughs at something she says. She is seen smiling at a volunteer who slides over a new list of local issues while she is seated at a table with a stack of folders, sleeves pushed up in a library frame. The camera captures the warmth of this quiet, genuine work. She enters a town hall meeting room in another shot where people are already assembled. She glides through the gathering like a neighbor rather than a stranger, shaking hands, checking names, asking who has yet to speak, and making room for voices that may remain silent without a gentle prod. A warm drink cupped in both hands, a shoulder roll before a challenging inquiry, or a small thank you to a staff member who held the door amid a hectic rush are examples of small routines that sustain faith throughout long hours. She is seen reading a flyer for a local group in a photo by a notice board, and she is grinning because it demonstrates that even on difficult days, people are still working together to construct things. In another picture, children are holding up drawings of a better street in a circle in the classroom. She kneels to listen to the youngest child murmur, then laughs and claps as the painting receives a cheer. In a small gesture that indicates we see you, the cleaner in the hallway frame with the bag stops to let them pass first. Anne's photograph from the late evening depicts a desk with a small lamp, a pile of letters, and her hand neatly and carefully signing a response, a kind of attention to detail that begins with a name and concludes with a plan. She walks outside in the light rain with a resident who is holding a folder against her bosom. They both giggle as the wind tries to take a page and quickly catch it, exchanging the kind of smile that makes difficult situations easier. Her reflection is next to her face in a candid photo near a storefront, and you can practically see the message: keep moving forward, stay human, and remain compassionate. In a different image, a hall erupts in cheers following a challenging meeting, not because all the answers are straightforward, but rather because the room remained respectful. Although the construction appears to be a lengthy road, these pictures give the impression that it is manageable. The secret to all of this lies in the final image, so stay with me through to the end. With one hand on the frame and half in the light and half in the shade, it depicts Meg standing in a doorway, taking a deep breath before entering a room full of people who require patience and justice. Just a constant promise to show up, without any noise or posing. Tell me which part of this unseen story most resonated with you. Like this video, share it with a friend who thinks that little things have a big impact, and subscribe so that you never miss any more heartwarming human stories behind the images.